was talking fantasy football with my friends the other day.
Well, Josh?
I hate you for this so much.
Where the hell have you been? At home, sitting on your asses?
Go away now, Josh.
Actually, my name is Alan.
You're a dorky white kid with a Cub Scout bandana on his head.
Bravo.
Echo.
November.
Tango. On. Football.
Hey, it didn't skip that time.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Bent on Fantasy Football. We are your hosts. I'm Alan Bentley.
And I'm Josh Worley, and I
we-
look giant compared to Alan in this camera right now.
No, you don't. There we go. We're the same height now.
Okay, just sit on your hemorrhoid donut and let's get this show on the road.
All right. Awesome. So week number 1 in the books, Josh.
In the books.
Yeah.
This was a weird fantasy week, wouldn't you say?
I would say so, yes. It started out weird with the Baltimore game and the way it ended.
Oh God.
So yeah, it just didn't get any less weird from that.
Yes.
So before we get into any of that though, let's crack open these drinks and
Okay.
let's have a cold
I went
one, shall
first
we?
last week, so
All right,
you
I'll go first this week. This is actually, you know what? You go first this week because this is going to lead me into our next segment anyway.
Okay,
So.
all right. So my can says running backs on new teams had a big week.
You did.
Yes, and running backs on new teams. I don't remember seeing a week one like this in forever, actually. Mixon had a big week, over 100 and a touchdown. Aaron Jones had a touchdown. Saquon, who I was playing against, unfortunately, had 3 touchdowns. Derrick Henry. I can't talk today for some reason. I haven't even eaten the stuff yet.
Yeah, we'll get to that too.
Oh my God. Derrick Henry had a big rushing day. Didn't quite hit 100, but he had a touchdown as well. So running backs on new teams, pretty big week for him.
Yeah, absolutely. The interesting thing too, and I want to touch base on that Derrick Henry thing too, is they had talked to the head coach of the Ravens, and he said that they didn't hire Derrick Henry to be a 30 carry per game running back.
Right.
Which don't worry, he's going to get his share. He's going to make the most out of what he has. I've got him on one of my teams. It'll be fine. Don't sweat it.
Well, keep in mind too that Derrick Henry having a big day. That's with Lamar Jackson running 16 times for 122 yards, guys.
Right, and the fake handoffs to Henry were very, very abundant. So don't expect that to be the case every week. Eventually, they're going to settle into having Henry be the workhorse. It's just inevitable that that's going to happen. But
Yeah.
let's get into my beer. All right. So this one says, "Put your fins up." All right. So those of you who know, you know. This has to do with Tyreek Hill and the incident before the game where he got pulled over for reckless driving. It's going to kind of lead us into Gub. So I will address that a little bit more when we get to the Gub part of it and what's got us bent. But let's crack these bad boys open
All right,
now.
let's do it.
You guys sit back, pop open a cold one.
And enjoy the show. That tastes like steak dinner compared to what we're about to have. Oh.
Yes. So we do want to ask you guys though to like, subscribe, and share. We would love to have you guys do that for us and to get into more people's.
We got one more
lives.
subscriber 2 days ago. So
Yeah.
It was either 2 days ago.
Yeah, it's snowballing.
Yes.
So guys, get in on it. while
It's
you
like a
can.
snowball rolling up a hill. though.
It's more like a snowflake rolling uphill.
Yeah.
So let's get into a snowball and get it downhill, shall we? But please do that. Like, subscribe, and share. We would love to have other people see us, and you get the credit for it,
Yes.
or the dismay for it, whatever it may be. But let's talk about Gub, because what's got me bent this week goes back to my put your fins up. What that is you guys probably know. I'm sure you've seen the videos already. I've seen an extended video today on it.
Did you see the body cam footage?
I did.
You did? Okay. I haven't watched the body cam footage yet.
Yeah, so it's what happened, for those of you who don't know or don't know all the details. On the way to the game, Tyreek Hill was pulled over for reckless driving.
Now, wasn't this like 3 hours before the game or something?
Yeah, it
or-
wasn't. Yeah, it was. Probably about 3 hours ish before the game. He was on the way to the stadium when he got pulled over, and what happened is he rolled down his window and he gave the officer his driver's license. The officer looked at it. While he was looking at it, Tyreek rolled his window back up so it was only open about that far. Now his windows are tinted. So I guess we both have that little bug where we can't see.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
his windows were
Just
tinted. His windows were tinted, so the officer told him to roll his window down, and he refused to do that. And the officer told him again to roll his window down, and when he told him the second time, he said, if you don't roll your window down, we'll pull you out of the car. Now, that may sound harsh, but let me just say this. I know my brother was a police officer for many years, and those guys risk their lives every day.
They do.
Now, having tinted windows, even though it's Tyreek Hill, you don't know. He could be behind that tinted window with a gun pointed at him. He don't know. The officer did it for his own safety. There's an investigation going on within the police department to determine exactly what happened and whether the officers were in the wrong. They did take him down, put him on the ground, handcuffed him, and some other Miami players were coming up to try to help out, and they were pushed back and told to stay back, and one of them was actually detained as well. I don't know who it was. They didn't say in the report that I seen. But what's got me bent about this is the whole situation. First of all, Tyreek, you're a role model. You shouldn't be reckless driving. Wear your seatbelt. It's the law. Just do it. Everybody does it.
It's not cool to not wear your seatbelt. You know what I mean?
If you don't wear it, you're not cool.
You're not
So,
cool. Absolutely.
Just do it. Second thing is, you don't roll your window up on a police officer. Just don't do it. It's ridiculous. Like I said, these guys have to watch out for their own safety. Doesn't matter who's behind the wheel. They have to watch out and make sure that they're safe, okay? That being said, to pull him out of the car and put him on the ground and handcuff him may be a little excessive, okay? I don't know exactly what else was said. All I heard was what the media let us see. Obviously, there's an ongoing investigation, so we're not going to see all of the footage, but a little excessive. Maybe something was said that shouldn't have been said, or whatever the case may be, or maybe they felt threatened for whatever reason. So what's got me bent this week is not only Tyreek Hill's response to the police, but also the police response to Tyreek Hill.
Absolutely. Now, I did see today, ESPN reported that Drew Rosenhaus, who we can both agree is probably a piece of shit anyway, that's Tyreek's agent. He's calling for all officers involved to be fired.
Yeah.
I think that's a little too extreme to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not a cop. I worked briefly in the corrections field, and yes, you can never be too safe, guys. You know, that doesn't give you the right to use excessive force, and I'm not saying they did, but you have to, there's a line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're risking your life out there every single day.
You just gotta be careful on both sides of that. And
I'm not taking one side or the other, but I'm not saying that they should be fired from their jobs.
well, again, we don't know all the details and
Right.
what was said or what wasn't said, or what was claimed to be said, and we probably will never know everything. But it was just a bad situation
Yes.
altogether. Josh, what's got you bent?
What's got me bent is the Dallas Cowboys clock management. Come on, guys. I mean, I was watching that TV 10 feet away from me. I was at work, but we had a big screen up there. And I just glanced up and I said, oh my God, they're kicking a 66-yard field goal. The snap, perfect. Placement, perfect. Kick went right down the middle. Could have cleared it by 3 or 4 more yards. And then they... play clock violation. Come on, guys. I mean, you gotta be more cognizant of that. I don't think they went for the 71-yarder, but come on, that would have been an NFL record. Alan and I love to see records broken.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, even if it's somebody that we don't like,
Right.
we want to see records broken. But yeah, Dallas Cowboy clock management, and that was at the end of the half too. So I mean, you could have used a timeout. They had them left, but I mean, you just got to be better about that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they did beat the shit out of the Cleveland Browns, but yeah,
nonetheless, still that's a record-breaking field goal off the board.
yeah.
But I noticed too this weekend. I noticed a lot of teams having that issue and getting the play in on time. I don't know if that's a technical issue or if that's just they're taking too long to get the play onto the field, but it seems to be a common recurrence. And if you're a head coach, you got to get that play out there. And I was thinking about this the other day as I was watching the Chiefs game.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it goes with the Chiefs when they call timeout? They go over to the Mahomes goes over to the sidelines, and you know who their offensive coordinator is, right?
It's not Bieniemy.
No, it's the former Bears head coach.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So you know what happens? He is Mahomes goes over there, and he says to the coach, "What play do you want to run?" And he goes, "I don't know. What do you want to run?" And Mahomes says, "I want to run this." Blah 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 blah.
Sure. I'm surprised he didn't say, "Let me call Virginia real quick."
he says. Then Mahomes says, "Okay." And then as Mahomes is running back out on the field, he says, "Hey, if you don't like the look, change the play." But he doesn't give him anything because he was a Bears head coach, and they really don't have a whole lot of plays. Anyway,
Bears head coach is kind of like an oxymoron, I mean.
yeah, it kind of is. But anyway, so that's what's got us gubbed this week. Got us bent. For those of you who don't know, we're gonna do something a little different on the show this week. We've got.
Oh, I can't wait.
We've got a little guest with us. They're called Cherry Bombs.
A couple weeks ago, Alan teased this, and
here it is.
oh god, this
It's
is
time.
gonna suck. I'm gonna have to call an Uber home.
It's time. So we're gonna look at our predictions.
We're gonna look at our predictions for week 1, our start sits, how they went, and then for each wrong answer, for each loss, we have to do a cherry bomb. Now,
Right.
remind our viewers and listeners, what is a cherry bomb, Alan?
All right, a cherry bomb is Everclear poured into this lovely mason jar, and cherries thrown in it, soaked in there. So when we put the spoon in, take the cherry out, it's soaked with Everclear.
Yeah, which isn't bad. It's only, 95% alcohol, this stuff?
It's
so,
like, you could power a tractor with it, but that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Shouldn't hurt our guts.
do we have a puke bucket in here somewhere?
No, we need a Green Bay Packers hat.
I'll just throw it on the floor.
All right. So let's get right down to it, Josh. How did we do last week?
We did okay. Allen went 3-2, so he started Burrow. That Cincinnati offense looked like crap. I mean, they were missing some weapons. Now the threshold we used is our scoring league format, 1 point PPR, bonuses for 100 yards for receivers, running backs, every 100 yards, and then for quarterbacks, 5 point bonus for 300 and every 100 thereafter.
Right.
22 points for quarterbacks, 18 for running back and wide receivers. So Burrow.
To make them a start option, right?
Yep, for a start option. Burrow lost, so you're 0-1 already. So that means you have to do one cherry bomb. We're going to go on to DK. Well, actually, let's do them as we go. So.
All right. So I got to go first.
You got to go first.
Even though I had a better record than you?
No, I went 5-0, so I'm not doing anything. So
5-0, my cherry bomb butt. All right, I'll go first.
So he's got to go first.
I ain't scared much.
Oh, God. I am
Kind of
not.
can smell the Everclear. This is terrible.
So can I.
So, here we go. It's delicious.
I don't think it's going to be that delicious.
Oh, dear God.
Next, we had the Seattle game. Allen picked DK Metcalf to sit, to sit, and that's a winner. So good job there, buddy. You don't have to do another cherry bomb.
Wash it down with beer.
So 1-1 so far, Allen. Okay. Next, he had Mark Andrews in the Baltimore game. Now, if you would have said the tight ends combined for 125 yards and a touchdown, I would have said, yeah, Mark Andrews probably got a lot of that. Unfortunately, it was Isaiah Likely this week, so Allen lost that one. So, you know what that means? Another cherry bomb.
I need that song by John Mellencamp. Outside the club, cherry bomb.
I need a designated driver based on my record last week.
It's gonna be a lot more fun when you're eating these, you know.
Yeah, right.
At least for me, it will. Oh man, here we go. Here's to ya.
Tuya Tagovailoa. All right, so that's 2 for Allen so far. So record 1-2.
Did I mention I hate Everclear?
Yes. Now, the next guy, Christian Watson, he picked Christian Watson to sit, who had a pretty decent game against Philadelphia. He did not hit that point threshold, though.
That's
So,
unfortunate, isn't it?
so you got the win there. Okay, so 2-2 so far. Now, I really like this next guy, Calvin Ridley. You chose to sit him. I might have chosen to start him were I given the choice. You chose to sit him, and again, that's a win for you. So 2-3. All right, now we're gonna move on to me.
He's
So
3-2.
3-2. I'm sorry,
3
3-2.
wins and 2 losses.
All right, so I went 5-0, so we're not gonna go any forward on this.
No,
we're
you
just
did
gonna
not.
start. God
No,
damn
you
it.
did not.
I hate you for this. Indy, I thought that game would be high scoring, which it was.
Yeah.
But I started Jonathan Taylor. I thought, hey, he's going to have a big game against Houston. And you know what? He did not. So, shut up, Alan.
I didn't say anything yet.
You don't have to.
Well, yeah, get 3 of them. There you go.
No, I'm going to get one. I'm starting off with a loss here, so. Oh, I can't grab one, so that means I don't have to eat it.
No, I'll get one if necessary.
I got to get
I'll
one of the
do
biggest
it.
ones. All right, so this is mine. I'm 0-1 so far with Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, this has gotten a lot more fun.
God, my nose is burning.
Well, I wiped my nose with that toy.
I don't care.
Oh, damn it, we should have got all 5 of them wrong.
I need a minute for this, so.
Anyway, while Josh is doing that, yes, Jonathan Taylor did have a bad week from a fantasy
Oh,
perspective.
I don't do hard alcohol, guys.
Don't worry about it, only 2 more to go. Oh, right. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor did have a bad week from a fantasy perspective. I've got him on one of my teams. I was a little disappointed in the outcome for points, but he's going to rebound. Don't worry about him. He's still the bell cow there. They can't go without running the ball. They have to use the run to set up the pass. So it's coming. It'll be you'll get more points. By the way, what was the next one, Josh?
Shut up. The next one I had is I started Kyron. He did it. He made it. He made the points.
Okay, just in case you need this again, we're gonna do that right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so Kyron, I started Kyron, and
So you're 1-1.
thank God, 1-1, he did it for me. I'm not going to do this next one. I'm going to skip to this one because I can't do 2 in a row. I have to.
I did.
I have to do one after. Well, whatever. Yeah, but you're more of a man than me, so.
Oh, that's true.
No, guys, I don't do hard alcohol, and I mean ever, because I haven't done it since college. There's a reason, because it upsets my stomach.
It's been like 30 years since I've done
It's been like 20 years since I did a hard alcohol, but oh well.
Actually, it's
Okay.
been about 20 years for me, yeah.
I started Bijan. I thought he would have a really, really big game against a lackluster Pittsburgh defense. Atlanta looked like absolute crap.
And Atlanta was terrible this week. I was really, really disappointed with Atlanta.
Oh, the highest scoring player of the week. Do you know who that was?
No, who was that?
Chris Boswell, the kicker from Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Got 6 field goals.
And they say kickers don't mean anything.
Yeah, 6 field goals, 3 of 50 or more. So if you're in a league that gets bonuses like we do, he scored about 30
I
points.
should have went with him in the first round. I knew it.
Oh, God, you're an idiot. All right, so I lost the Bijan start, so... Oh, frick, here we go. What if I just swallow it? Maybe that would be better.
Good, try it.
Uh-uh.
Oh. We doing all
Okay,
right?
you can do some talking here for a minute.
All right, all right. All right. Well, I'm going to fill in the blanks here because Josh was totally unprepared for
Oh, my
this.
God.
All right. I want to talk about Caleb Williams and his poor performance.
Feels like there's a lit cigar in my mouth.
I want to talk about Caleb Williams and his poor performance over the weekend. He passed for like 80 yards. I think he had a pick too, it was just horrible. The Bears are the same old Bears. Were relying on their defense. I was extremely disappointed as a Bears fan at how the offense was not only run but how poorly they executed. Keenan Allen dropped a pass in the end zone. Very, very disappointing to me. We did get a win, but I'm not proud of it. The Packers lost. Minnesota won. Detroit won. So the Bears, Minnesota, and Detroit are tied at 1-0, and the Packers are in last. But not in a good way. So they're gonna have a better challenge this week coming up against Houston, and we'll see how it really pans out. Oh,
Even though we were glad to see the Bears win, I mean, they shouldn't have.
No.
I mean, they look atrocious.
again, same old Bears, depending on the defense to win. And oh, wait a minute, do we have? Yeah, I think we got another one
God
to do.
dang
don't
it.
we?
Yes, we do. The next game we have, and I pulled the Giants. I picked Malik Neighbors to sit, and I won that one. So that brings me to 2-2. One thing we forgot to bring up earlier.
What's that?
Did we think that anybody would crack that equation of the new kickoff rules this year?
Oh no, we did not.
Yeah, DJ Dallas for my Arizona Cardinals did it. They
Yeah.
did lose to Buffalo, but it was a close game.
Yeah, he stopped stalling. But anyway,
But they did it in week 1. I don't think we'll see it again this year. Do you?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
If we do, it'll be just because pure luck and nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's empty.
You got any antacid around here? Okay, so my last one. Okay, we're not doing this again next week. Okay, so you can take these and you can do whatever you want with them, but I'm never touching one of these again. I hate you. My last, I pulled the Arizona Cardinals. I'm high on this guy, Trey McBride. I thought he would have a decent game. Buffalo, gives up good games to tight ends now and then. So, and he didn't. So. James Conner, on the other hand, did have a big game. So,
You know what you could do? Just make better picks.
yeah, we're not. I'll tell you right now, we're not doing this again next week, guys, because I don't think my esophagus can handle much more of this. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, fill in the commentary.
Yeah, for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be talking about whatever the hell I want to, because Josh won't be able to talk. I wish we actually had somebody controlling the camera back there so I could get it close up and just get it. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. You know what? I ain't afraid.
Hell, I am.
Here, I'll take 2 of them.
Oh my God, I gotta go to work tomorrow. You don't work tomorrow, do you?
No. Don't matter. Well, at least when you leave here, you'll have some hair on your chest. Finally.
I won't know where I'm going, but.
Like it, huh?
Mm.
You know what's going to happen after this show. Josh's going to sit here and finish all the rest of these off.
I like these about as much as I like you right now. So.
Mission accomplished.
Oh man. Yeah, that was real good. Oh God. Now I know why I never did that before.
Yeah, I was a little bit more of a loose cannon when I was a kid.
Oh, I did that stuff all the time in college, but that was 20 years ago, man.
Oh, good Lord. Anyway, let's get the Womp out.
Good thing there's no open flames around here. If I burp, I don't want to burn the place down.
Let's
All
get
right.
Womp out and
So we're gonna get the Womp out here. I had the worst record, so I go first. So whoever has the worst record the previous week goes first. So we're gonna do a start and sit. We're still gonna use that 22 and 18 point threshold.
And I'm gonna adjust it. Go ahead. I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit so we can see the wheel a little bit better.
Okay.
All right, go right ahead and continue talking. And
Okay. So we're gonna use that. We're just doing matchups. We gotta pick one guy to start or one guy to sit. You can't do both.
ooh, got the yellow one.
We can do like shots of Jaeger or something sometimes, but not like 95% alcohol. Oh, Pittsburgh and Denver. Oh, good Lord. If we were doing that next week, I would say sit Bo Nix because that's a freebie. But
Said whoever's not starting.
I'm going to start Pickens.
Start Pickens. Okay.
He had a ton of targets, even though that offense just looked horrible. But he had a lot of targets, and he scored, I think, over 10 points. So I think it's not a big stretch that he can get to the 18 mark.
No, I don't think so. Who are they playing?
Denver.
Denver. Okay.
Denver's not that good, guys.
Yeah, I don't think 18 is going to be really hard for him at all. Only have 18 in the first quarter. Denver's looking bad.
Did you see Cooper Kupp had like 21 or 22 something targets?
Yeah. Who else? Somebody else had a huge amount of targets too.
It wasn't Mike Evans, was it?
It was, I think.
Was it?
Actually. Chicago and Houston. All right,
Oh.
well, that's an interesting one.
You're gonna start Caleb Williams. Okay, I got you.
No. Let's see. I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna pick a bear. You think I'm gonna pick a bear, right?
I don't think you're gonna pick a bear at all. I think I know who you're gonna pick. I'm not even gonna write it down. But
Mixon?
yeah,
Yeah, that's who it was.
yeah, it was Mixon.
Start Mixon.
That's what I was gonna say because as much as Pollard and Spears shredded that Bears defense, Mixon coming off a big week against a decent Indy defense, I think Mixon's gonna run all over the Bears.
I do too.
So yeah, I didn't write it down, but that's who I was thinking.
Yep.
And Andy, you have him in our league, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So yes,
I
I tried to trade him from
I'll be
him.
both rooting for and against him.
Yes. Oh God, New York Jets versus Tennessee. That Jets defense is better than they looked last night, guys.
They have to be better than they looked last night because they got shredded last night.
Garrett, you can't go wrong with Garrett Wilson. I'm not going to start Brees Hall yet until he actually does something. He did score a 3-yard touchdown, but he didn't put up a lot of yards.
He did.
His yards per carry was pretty atrocious. So I'm going to start Wilson.
What was he, like 3.2 yards per carry or something?
I think it was less than that, man. I'll look it up here, but
Okay, and while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and spin.
all right.
And you're going with Garrett Wilson to start, huh? Okay. This one I'm gonna pick somebody to sit. I'm gonna call that right now before I even look at it. Ooh, Los Angeles and Arizona.
Los Angeles Chargers or Rams?
Oh, yeah, Rams.
Okay.
Oh boy.
By the way, it was 3.4 yards, but he had 16 carries. 3 of them were over 10 yards, so that really skews. A lot of them were 1-2 yards, you know?
Arizona. I gotta sit somebody on Arizona because I said I was gonna pick somebody to sit. I don't want it to be Kyle Pitts.
Well, he's not on Arizona. He's on Atlanta.
I'm sorry, not Kyle Pitts.
Trey McBride.
Yeah, Trey McBride. I don't want to pick him. I think he's gonna have a decent game. Let's see, Arizona. No, you know what? I think I'm gonna pick somebody on the Rams to sit.
Okay.
Dang
Don't say Puka. All right, I'll go home if you say Puka because Puka's out 3 to 6 weeks.
it. I'm hoping you didn't see that. Let's see.
I see everything.
Yeah. Let's see. So we'll say it's definitely not going to be Cup because he's going to be the center of the offense.
Okay, he might get even more than 20 targets.
Definitely not going to be Williams. I'll say Goff. Sit Goff.
Stafford, you mean?
I mean Stafford. Yeah.
Okay, sit Stafford.
That last week threw me off with Goff and Stafford playing against their old teams.
Yeah. You know what? I was at work.
Six,
I don't
seven.
remember. Detroit ended up winning that game. Yeah, they did in overtime. That's right.
Yeah.
Detroit didn't look that good though, man. They didn't look like an NFC Championship game good like they did last year.
Yeah, the lid on this Everclear. Good lord.
Feed it to the wild animals out there.
The drunken wild animals.
Yeah.
It will be.
Ooh, Cincinnati versus KC. You know what? I'm gonna start Burrow like you did last week. He can't have 2 atrocious games in a row, can he?
Against KC.
I mean, they're gonna have to put up a lot of points. Okay, they're gonna have to put up a ton of points to keep up with KC.
Well, you know what they say: the team with the most points usually wins. So.
Yeah. Okay, John Madden said that, but
All right. So my turn.
yes, sir.
All right. Okay.
I'd have a hard one at least.
Buffalo and Miami.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say. Start Tua.
Start Tua?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Good job. If he does have a huge game, that's good for me because I have Hill who had the 80-yard touchdown. He had 130 and a touchdown, put up 28 points in our league. So
Yeah.
one of the highest scoring receivers. All right, come on. I'm gonna sit somebody here before I even see who it is. All right, there we go. Please be the bad game I'm thinking of. Oh, this isn't it, but Atlanta versus Philly. I'm gonna sit Bijan. I'm high on him this year, but Atlanta is gonna be down pretty big. They're not gonna have that option of just letting him pound the rock. What?
Nothing.
Were you cheating?
No. Come on, Josh.
You're
What?
cheating, okay.
Would I cheat?
Yes, you would.
No, that's not. We'll go this one. Oh, look at
All
that.
right, there you
How
go.
did this wheel go that way and then all of a sudden back one?
Old Yeller.
Old Yeller. This must have been the game you were talking about. Seattle and New England.
Yep, that's it. We always got to have a real stinker in there.
I'm going to say start Charbonnet.
Start Charbonnet?
Yep.
Okay. Did you pick him up in our league or no?
No, I've got him on one league, but I didn't pick him up in the other league.
Okay. I think he may still be available in our league.
He might be. Actually, I think he is. I think I looked and he is. Oh, look at that. You got right on the pink one. Good spin.
Pinky and the brain.
Wow. Almost picked my nose for me.
I hate this purple color because it's hard to see. Tampa Bay versus Detroit. I'm going to say start Amon-Ra. Because I'm not playing him this week.
Amon-Ra.
So Amon-Ra.
All right, I could spin this for like an hour and try to get this green one. Otherwise, I could just pull this off. You said Amon-Ra, right?
Amon-Ra.
All right.
I'm going to start him.
There you go. Indian Gub in Green Bay.
Ooh.
Indian Green Bay. I'm going to go with start. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. Start Jonathan Taylor.
All right. I thought you were going to say Anthony Richardson. I was going to give you a high five.
No, Jonathan Taylor had a bad game. Productivity wise.
Well, he scored under 18. You had him last week, didn't you?
Yeah, and I'm saying he can't.
Or no, I had him. So
I'm saying he can't do it twice.
no, I don't think he can. I don't think he can. He's a top 10 fantasy pick
Yeah. So
with good reason too. I mean, not just based on past history, but
so
well, there was one.
our picks for next week are set, and this jar will be waiting for us next week.
Hell no! I am never doing that again, man. I'm never doing that again.
Oh, what a coward! I mean, good call, Josh. Coward.
Yeah.
All right, so
The thing I don't live too far from you. I mean, shoot.
guys, like, subscribe, and share, please. We would love to have you guys get our names out there, our faces out there, our videos out there, and share it with your friends. Like I said, we're starting to get more and more subscribers, so please jump on the bandwagon and like, subscribe, and share.
Absolutely.
All right. I don't have a whole lot for this week. We could talk about the Thursday night game just briefly if you'd like to. We have Miami and Buffalo playing on Thursday night.
That's in Miami, I think.
I believe so, yes. It's going to be a good game.
It is.
I think it's going to be a shootout also. Both defenses are very vulnerable.
You know what? I don't know what. Let me just take a quick look at it here. I'm gonna see. Let's see Thursday.
Right there.
All right. So we don't gamble, but Miami is a 1.5 point favorite. I won't be surprised if Miami beats them by 14.
What's the over-under on it?
49.
49.
And it came down from 50 and a
So-
half. I don't know why.
So the peeps in Vegas are thinking it's going to be a shootout too.
I think that 49 is going to come back up by game time.
Yeah, it might. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's going to be a shootout. Tua is my quarterback.
The line did move in Miami's favor, and it's juiced. It has a higher juice than the plus 1.5. So a lot of bettors are on Miami. So I like Miami, but I think they could beat them by 2 touchdowns. I really do.
They could very well, and that could go either way, though. I mean, I discounted Buffalo a little bit because they lost a lot of talent this year, but I could see that with Josh Allen running the way he was.
Dude, they barely beat my Cardinals, who are not a good team, in Buffalo.
But the way Josh Allen was running the ball, if he can do that on a more consistent basis, they could. Neither defense is great. Let's be honest. Neither defense is really great. So
even the straight up is juiced heavily toward Miami. So I mean, a lot of people are thinking Miami is gonna Beat them.
Yeah, and like I said, it could be a really good game. It could be a really bad game. I don't know.
And we're not telling you guys to bet on this, okay? Because if you listen to us, you'd probably lose everything because
Yeah.
we're not bettors for a reason.
And if you do bet on it and you lose, you're coming to do a cherry bomb with us.
There
all
you
right?
go.
All right?
There you go.
Actually, you're going to do the rest of the cherry bombs
Oh
with
God,
us.
how many did you put in there?
A whole jar. I don't have any idea.
You should have just put like 10 in there. No, what are you going to do with those? Because I'm never touching those again.
We'll see about that.
God.
We will see about that. It's going to be a long season, Josh. All right, so
We'll see about it, but I guarantee you I'm not doing it.
all
I'd have to be unconscious for you to get me to eat one of those. No, don't get any ideas.
could happen. You never know.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We absolutely love coming on here every week and entertaining you guys, or at least ourselves anyway, if nothing else. Again, please like, subscribe, and share. What do you got?
One more thing. We're not going to tell you where we vote, either direction, but the debates tonight, guys.
Yes.
We're recording this on Tuesday night, so watch that. A lot of important issues may come up. We're not leaning one way or the other. We're not going to tell you to lean one way or the other, but
Yeah.
just watch it and
Watch it and
make up your own minds.
That's right. That's right. I may or may not agree with whatever you decide, but you know what? I'd fight to the death to have you be able to make that decision. So,
Absolutely.
Definitely check it out, and like Josh said, make your own decisions. And if you make the wrong decision, get bent.
On fantasy football.